Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to talk about the 19 top AI apps, platforms, and models. These apps or models either make people a lot of money or the most money right now. They either have the most users or they have the best models in the whole market for the particular thing that it does, right? So let's just jump to one of the coolest ones is VO3 model that's under Gemini that Google owns. So Google owns the Gemini AI platform, and this particular model is called the VO3 model. It can turn text into video with sound. Yeah, this currently I believe is only unique to VO3 model that Google owns. Okay, Gemini AI platform can also do just text generation, just like ChatGPT does. It can do text to image as well. So if you want to look up information, search the internet, it can do all of that as well. And you can upload files to it and all that jazz. Also, the Gemini platform can connect to Google Gmail, Google Cloud, and Google Drive and things like that. So it integrates automatically into it. Also, Google search engine as well. So it integrates already into a bunch of different of their products. So that's the Gemini AI platform. Next, we have Claude, one of my favorites. Long story short, what makes this different than ChatGPT is that it produces really efficient, really clean, proper working code very quickly. So if you're a programmer or a product manager or someone on the technical side of things that does like Bash coding or JavaScript coding or Python coding or C# coding, Claude is the best coding tool on the market, in my opinion, from my experience, compared to the other AI models and platforms. The model is Claude Sonnet 4 is the one I'm talking about, under Anthropic, that owns this AI platform pretty much, right? Or this AI tool essentially, right? Cool. Next we got it always gets me. Perplexity. Pretty much they're trying to put Google out of business. I believe they already invested like more than $1 billion in this company. Pretty much, let's see. I want to buy a new surfboard. So allegedly, this is trying. I spelled surfboard wrong. This is trying to replace Google as a search engine. So they're trying to revolutionize just how we search the internet and stuff like that. And essentially, it's a juiced up, more powerful Google search, right? As you can see already, it's the format is very different, but it's pretty much matches our format of just how we swipe around our phone, like on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that. So yeah, it's already, yeah, as you can see, just the efficiency of the search is already better compared to Google's, and straight to shopping and sources. Because the thing with Google has a lot of sound, a lot of noise. Like they're showing off a lot of other stuff all the time. A lot of things you don't care about. Perplexity focuses on giving you exactly what you want as fast as possible in the least amount of, I guess, the least amount of links as possible. Google just gives you a bunch of links, and you don't check all 50 pages that Google provides. But oh my goodness, this name, Perplexity, tries to get all that information to you as quick as possible and as sleek as possible. Yeah, it doesn't try to just bombard you with information that you don't care about. It tries to specialize it. Cool. Moving on to DeepSeek. Now, DeepSeek is pretty much China's version of ChatGPT, and there's a lot of controversy around this model just because of how it was made. It's unclear in how it was made. It might have been made illegally. It might have been made legally. No one knows. But it definitely caused a lot of issues in the American market because it got trained, or it's working really well. Like, it's working as well as ChatGPT, but they did it with less money. I think they did it in the millions, where ChatGPT cost billions to create. But it could be a situation of, they saw the failures of ChatGPT and then just applied those failures, and they made their process better. We don't know yet, but pretty much a lot of U.S. companies ban this app to be used at work, and a lot of companies just avoid DeepSeek just because it is Chinese owned, and just Americans just how. I'm not going to get into the politics or anything. I am not involved with that. I'm just giving you the situation, just passing on information essentially. But it's really powerful though. I would say compared to ChatGPT, it's on equal playing field with ChatGPT. I'll just say that. And their model is the R1 model. That's the one that kind of blew up and started all the controversy. So, but yeah, that's pretty much DeepSeek. ChatGPT, I feel like people don't realize there's a lot of cool features now that it has. It actually, they're specializing ChatGPT even better than before, because now they have sections on writing code or writing text. Deep search is that what Perplexity does essentially, right? It gets a really narrowed down specific Google search the web. So if you were to ask a question, you can ask the question and ChatGPT will actually check the internet to back up the answer that it gives you as well, which is really cool. A new addition that it has, and then obviously it can create images. I don't think you can create video with ChatGPT yet, but it's really good at creating images now with text on the images. So keep that in mind. And obviously, just the talking to it, you can talk to ChatGPT on your phone, like how you talk to Siri. It can do the same thing if you open the app on your phone. My phone's not next to me right now, but I've shown it before in different videos. But that's pretty much the main differences with ChatGPT. That stands out as an AI product, right? So next we got, what is it called? Okay, these names are really creative. Gemma 3N. Essentially, what Gemma 3N is, it's an AI model that can work on your phone locally, and it's for Google products only, I believe. Pretty sure you can't use this for Apple products. So I'm gonna play it really quick.
It is capable of also understanding audio and even video input. Offers exciting.
Certainly. This is a replica of a Virgin Galactic Spaceship One, a suborbital spacecraft. It's a model of the vehicle used for testing and demonstration flights.
Can you please save these to my notes?
Absolutely. Creating a note.
Okay, so the idea is pretty much, what else is it doing? Actually, let me give it a little bit more.
To make it faster? What can I add to the system to make it faster?
Interesting question. Adding caching layers can significantly improve speed. Consider implementing a CDN or caching proxy to store frequently accessed content.
Write a super short poem that highlights her skills.
Amazing Zoe, so bright. Counting to 100, what a sight. Room. It's
Total square footage of the... What is the total square footage of the largest room?
the largest room is the living room. Its dimensions.
All right, cool. Anywho, sorry, I've seen that video before. I just want to make sure you guys got enough of what it does. Essentially, Gemma 3N can do what ChatGPT does at a small scale on the Google phones, right? It can hear audio, it can see video, it can see images, it can get text. So pretty much, if you want to attach a AI model to a app on the Google phone, you can do that. So this is more for people that build apps. If you build like Google apps on the Google phones and stuff like that, or just, yeah, this is for app building specifically, because the N is for nano, which means it's a small, super small. I don't want to get too specific in my jargon. It's just a small model that works really powerful. That's all I got to say. And it does what you think ChatGPT can do. It processes information. It knows what's going on, and it can do actions. It can trigger stuff. Like it integrates well into the phone, so it can work with your phone to do things. Sorry, I'm not trying to get too specific. I'm trying to keep it very broad, but you get the idea. All right. So next one is Google's just on a roll. They have a lot of AI products. So they have Gemini Robotics, right? This is another one of Google's projects under the Gemini AI platform, but it's kind of like now it's separating even more, because Gemini Robotics is different than Gemini, like the chatbot that they created, and then VO3 is like its own model under, it's a whole thing. So anywho, there's just this video, and pretty much they're using AI for robotics. The next explosion in the tech industry is not going to be more AI that takes over the world. It's going to be robots that use AI to do what humans can already do, as it's showing here. This was not possible before until AI was created, because AI actually gives these guys brains to learn now, and it's just AI also allows a lot more fluid learning and fluid actions that weren't, that used to be hard coded before, and stuff like that. Yeah, so long story short, they're trying to get ahead of the game. Tesla's probably also working on this as well, but the one that stands out the most is just Google Gemini, just because Google is, such an established company, and Tesla is just, they're more known for their cars, not the robots yet, right? So I'm sure at some point Tesla will drop something like this soon, but yeah, so long story short, Yes, if you didn't already know, they're trying to put these things in robots a long time ago. I'm not trying to scare anybody of the AI takeover and robotic takeover or whatever. I'm just passing on information people should know about what's going on behind the scenes. In the next 5 to 10 years, you're gonna see robots doing something that people have done for years, very well, very efficient, very cheap, and very. I think I said quick, but yes, keep that in mind. So Google is definitely working on that. Definitely Tesla as well. All right, but you can't do nothing with this. To be honest, you can't use it yet. It's just they're just showing off what they can do right now. But obviously, it's still in the prototype phase, so they need a lot more work to get this to the market, to consumers, to customers. It won't be in your house probably for another 5 to 10 years. You won't see anyone buying this thing, and if you do buy it at first, it'll be really expensive. So relax, calm down, don't worry. Next is Adobe Firefly. This broke the internet as well. Long story short, it's a really good text to image generator. And then also image to video generator. So if you put an image inside, give it some text, some context, it can produce a video as well, but short videos. It doesn't make long videos from what I'm hearing, and it's part of Adobe, right? So if you do video editing, if you do, pretty much video editing, illustration, creation, design, graphics, stuff like that field, people that are in that field, they use this tool a lot, and obviously I can't even access it unless I sign up and start paying and stuff like that. But you get the idea, right? It helps make it pretty much. You can get a picture like this and tell it, oh, make all this green, right? It'll make it all green within Adobe, and that's a big deal for people that edit within Adobe. If you don't know what Adobe is known for illustration, like making logos, graphics, and a lot of video editing stuff as well is done via Adobe products that are, yes, it's one of the most common ones that people use. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward what it does. I would say the benefit of this is that it's inside Adobe. You don't have to use ChatGPT or use Google Veo outside of the Adobe platform. You can do everything you need inside Adobe, if you're already used to using it. So yeah, so a lot of videographers and a lot of image creators or illustration creators or brand designers use this tool a lot. All right, then we got Runway. Why is there a monkey? Okay. All right. If you don't know what Runway is a text to video, also a text to image. But this one, I think Runway makes the cleanest, highest quality videos out of all the other video products. Now, Veo is in a close, Veo's up there too. Veo 3 that Google made, it's up there. But the movie quality, 4K, 24 FPS, all that jazz, Runway makes the best, and as you can see, it specializes in this, right? So, and if you didn't see, Lionsgate, which is a giant movie corporation, they use this right now as well, and a bunch of other film companies or film creators are using Runway. So people that do a lot of video editing and the business space or the movie space, they use Runway to help with their video process and animating too. So cartoon animations and stuff like that, they use it for that as well. So it's really right now, people are starting to integrate it into their workflows to make stuff faster, ads, content creation, things like that. So Runway is really cool for that kind of stuff. Then we have Synthesia. So this one I heard of it very in its early phases because I was working on a business and we were trying to use this originally. Essentially, but I'll let them talk for themselves what it is.
Welcome to Synthesia, the #1 AI video platform for business. With just a few clicks, you can transform boring text into highly engaging training, sales, or marketing videos using high-quality AI avatars and voices. Try it out for free today.
Let me explain what it is. They didn't explain it very well. Pretty much, it's the thing that everyone freaks out about. They can take your face, pictures of your face or videos of your face, and create AI avatars that talk like you. So they can make that avatar say whatever they want. So wait, I want them to come up. This part, all these people are not real. The people are real, but how do I explain this? It's pretty much an AI avatar that says whatever you want it to say, but it's usually just chest up. It's not usually full body from what I've seen their products being like. Like this person right here, this girl was probably scanned. They put her in the system, and now they can make this girl say whatever they want, right? They can change the background. They can put whatever they want next to you. It's just really good for just creating teaching content or commercial content and stuff like that. Yeah, this girl's not real either. They scan her in and they're making her talk and do whatever they want. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, and see how she's moving her head and all that kind of stuff. They programmed it to look realistic. When humans talk, they move their head and hands, so they try to make it not like plastered and stuff. So it's really hard for people to tell that these things are AI generated essentially, which is really powerful. They're making millions. I remember when I first saw them, they were just in the prototype phase, and within 2 years, they're already like part of so many corporations use their stuff now. As you can see right here, Zoom. I'm not surprised. So they're really cool, but people are really scared of this kind of technology. Next, we got Canva. Canva is usually used for like, it's most notoriously known for YouTube banners. So like YouTube, not banners, YouTube thumbnails. YouTube thumbnails is what Canva is mostly known for. So a lot of like thumbnail type stuff is what they're really good at. And they have an AI system. Like they have a whole AI product essentially within Canva now. Like they integrated AI into it. So now the product itself is an AI product. So pretty much text to image, but within the app. So you don't have to like use this app, make the image, and then download it to Canva and use it. You can create the image in Canva and use it right away, quick, right? It's quick and easy and simple using it in Canva for making thumbnails for YouTube or thumbnails for whatever you need thumbnails for. I actually use Canva a lot. Not the AI part of it, actually. I'm not going to lie. I don't use the AI part of Canva anymore. I did in the beginning, but I switched over to other tools for my own reasons. But essentially, yeah. And they also have like suggestions and stuff like that in the platform. So when you're designing thumbnails and graphics on Canva, they give suggestions sometimes of what you can do and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much what they're notoriously known for. But they have like a phone app, so you can use this on your phone. You can also use DeepSeek on your phone. You can use Perplexity on your phone. Google Gemini you can use on your phone. Claude, ChatGPT you can use on your phone. Adobe you can't. Robotics you can't. Gemma 3 is it's for programming. You need to program with it. Runway, pretty sure you can't use that on your phone. I could be wrong. Synthesia, yeah, this is definitely one on the computer you have to use. You can use your phone as well, but it's limited on what you can do on the phone. But Canva is majority a phone app. That's like the big difference with it. Its main focus is phones, unless people edit their YouTube thumbnails on the computer. But for the masses, majority of people use it on their phones. Cool. Next, we have Copilot. So I'm actually not a big fan of Copilot. I'm not going to lie to you. Not a big fan of Copilot. And it's because I've used it in work. But I'll let them... Is this a video? No, this is not a video. What is this? Where did it go? Okay, 1 second. There it is. I was trying to show you guys the video of them trying to market it. And I'll tell you what it does.
Copilot Chat gives you free and secure enterprise-ready AI chat powered by GPT-4o in a familiar and consistent interface. Say you work in business planning for an EV charging company and you're developing the strategy for the year. You start by asking Copilot to do some research on the web. You want some basic information, like how EV charging has grown by region. Copilot is grounded in the web, so it can reason over the entire internet and quickly pull the relevant information. Great! Now let's see how these national trends compare to your sales results. With Copilot Chat, you can easily and securely upload files, like your sales data, and have it visualize your regional sales for the past few quarters. And you can continue to iterate with Copilot, like asking it to recommend strategies to help increase sales in lower-performing regions. With Copilot Chat, you can quickly gather insights from the web and securely...
All right, so I'm not going to say too much about Google Copilot. I'm already biased towards it because I've used it before. There's probably tiers. Probably I was using a low tier one at my job or my last job. But yeah, essentially it's ChatGPT, but it's companies can use it and feel secure. Their whole selling point is that like you can Google and search things pretty much securely without giving your data away. Because the thing with ChatGPT and Claude and other AI chats that if you talk to it, they can potentially train on your data, and that data can technically get leaked to other people, but that's actually not the case. But this fear was just such a big fear going on for a while. Like, if I typed in my zip code and address, someone over there can look up my name and get my zip code and address. There's safety features on ChatGPT and all the chats to prevent that. But the thing with Microsoft is that they're like the first ones to kind of promote the privacy thing, like keeping AI private. Or keeping information private from the internet and stuff like that from other people, so they can't just search up your information that you put into it, obviously, because they're loading files into it, right? So people were scared that their files would get accessed by other companies or people or competitors, or just safety reasons. Like if you're doing government work, you don't want your, government's very, they're just trying to make sure nothing classified gets leaked to the internet, right? Via an AI chat that someone uploaded a document into, and now it's getting trained on it, right? So pretty much that's their main selling point. So ChatGPT can do all these things, same with Claude. Google Gemini can do these as well. It's just, and the thing is that it's easy to integrate into your workflow, just because if your company already has a bunch of Microsoft products like Outlook and stuff, like, is Outlook a Google Microsoft product? Whatever the case is, whatever Microsoft products that a company has, if they already bought the license for it, they can just easily download Copilot. It's already part of the package now, or you just pay a little extra to use it, right? So that's usually why you see Copilot a lot in like companies and stuff. It's just easy to integrate because it's already part of like their whole product, right? Things like Excel, Microsoft Excel also uses AI into it too. It's just not as popular because a lot of Excel users are old school, so they're not AI forward. They just avoid using it, so that's why it's not on the list right now. But most of their products now, like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, they all use AI in all their products now. So that I'll give them a plus on. The AI in Excel is amazing. It's really powerful. It helps a lot with productivity and just creating content creating data, creating content in Excel itself, automating stuff in Excel. And then for people that aren't really good at Excel, can get good at Excel quickly using the AI tools in Excel itself. Right, so yeah, that's enough about that one. The next one is DeepL. Apparently, allegedly, this is the best AI model or AI tool for translation, for language translation specifically, right? I turn English into German, I can't say it, and I also don't see a voice thing, so I can't even hear it said. But I'm assuming because I'm using a free version, I'm on the base website. I don't have the actual product, its pricing and stuff like that. So I don't have the actual like fully downloaded product, right? So you start free trial. So most likely, I'm assuming that it says it speaks it to using a speech to text model. My bad. Sorry, I meant text to speech model. So actually, listen, yeah. So it probably has both a speech to text model and a text to speech model, but long story short, allegedly it's the best translation model out there. Translation has so many use cases for a lot of different reasons. If you're in the business space or if you're in the student space, like if you're learning as a student, from a different country, right? This is really useful in that case. Next, we have 11 Labs. It's one of my favorites. I actually made a project recently using 11 Labs. Pretty much 11 Labs turns text to that's a text to speech and speech to text, but it's mostly known for text to speech. But the speech is really good. Like these voices sound like real people. So I'm gonna have it play a little bit so you can hear an example.
Whispered secrets to the wind lived a dragon named Zephyros. Not the burn it all down kind, but he was gentle, wise, with eyes like old stars. Even the birds fell silent when he passed.
Yes, so as you can see, the voices on this thing are amazing, and they have so many different other voices as well. What is Arabic sound like? What? Let me play this.
ديما حيث كانت السماء تتلألأ والغابات تهمس بالأسرار للريح، عاش تنين يدعى زيفيروس، ليس من نوع يحرق كل شيء، لكنه كان لطيفاً وحكيماً وعيناه تشبهان النجوم القديمة، حتى الطيور كانت تصمت عندما يمر. الدري القديمة حيث كان.
Sorry guys, I was trying to pause it, but yeah, it can speak other languages too. This I didn't know about. They're always adding new features every day. It's so crazy, but hey, it's really cool. But long story short, this is the best platform for getting if you want a AI voice, and they also have AI voice cloning. So if you want to get your voice turned into an AI model, and then that model talks for you like you can do that via 11 Labs. So they can scan your voice, train an AI model on your voice, and talk like you, which is the best one. I've used it for so many projects, which is really, really cool. They have a bunch of other cool tools too. They also have dubbing, like, you know when you watch anime or certain movies and like the subtitles are there, and or dubbing is happening in the movie because you do want to read the subtitles, you want to just hear it dubbed, they can do that too. So it's really powerful. Like, I give this one probably one of my like top 5 favorite tools out there. But yes, so that is that one. Now Jasper is a complicated one because they just rebranded and it just updated. Jasper is essentially like, allegedly, it's the best one for creating text for your business, right? So if you're making websites for your business, you're making Instagram posts, Facebook posts for your business, website posts for your business, if you're making like letters for your business, anything involving text for your business, which is called a copy, right? Apparently it's really good at that. But now I'm hearing they do agentic flow, like they have agents now somehow that can like operate tools and create like a workflow and automatically do stuff on their own, is what I'm hearing now. But you have to kind of like get a demo or download it to like use it. So like, for example, here, this is like a text they might create, right? But apparently a lot of brands, a lot of companies already use this, but they just recently rebranded, so I'm not sure too much of how they work now. But it's just, they're just known for brand text, like any text on commercials, text on like posts that you see, like ads, text on that kind of stuff. They're really known for that. Okay, so that's Jasper. Grammarly, I feel like most people know about this. I feel like students know about it more than anyone else, people that send emails. Essentially, it's an autocorrector. It corrects the text you're trying to say, makes it sound a certain way you want it to sound like. Just make sure you don't sound dumb when you're sending emails, essentially, or you're writing text. It's also integrated automatically I think in a lot of, like, I think ChatGPT uses it automatically, I believe, where if you have like a text error, it might modify it. But essentially, it's a grammar fixer / like sentence fixer. Like if you have an error in your grammar or you misspelled a word, it can fix that for you. It can also suggest different writing styles. So if you wanted to write something more serious or make something sound longer, or like if you wrote a sentence and you want to like make it 3 sentences longer, it can do that for you, right? Let's say you're just trying to say, hey, you're hired, but you want to make it sound more professional. Grammarly can do that for you, right? Yeah, punctuation too. It handles punctuation as well, like commas, exclamation points, question marks, periods, colons, all that stuff really, really, really well. A lot of platforms already integrate Grammarly into their thing. Pretty sure ChatGPT, I remember at some point, was working with Grammarly, but I don't know if they're doing it still now. Cool. Next one is Fathom. Another thing that Fathom, like another competitor of Fathom, is Otter. Otter is like more known in the corporate space, but pretty much if you have Zoom calls, any video calls, any audio calls that you're doing on like Teams, Zoom, what is that? That's Google Meet. It writes a transcript about the meeting. So it does speech to text. So it writes everything down that was said in the meeting, and then you can have it summarize the meeting as well. So it's a summarization AI tool, and it also is a speech to text one. Yeah, as you can see. So pretty much all the main video chatting platforms can use Fathom or Otter. I've dealt with it before. Not a fan of it just because... Actually, I lied. I am a fan of it. I just never used it because the meetings I had, I take my own notes, I guess. I didn't need that tool per se, but it might be useful for you if you're in a super long 5-hour meeting, right, or 2-hour meeting and you need some notes. It's really good. Or, for a class, right? Let's say you're in class, you're in the class, you're half listening, you're half awake. It's a really good tool. Or if you're in a meeting, you're half awake. Really effective tool. Or if you missed a meeting, it's really effective too. So there's an important meeting that happened and you missed it, but you need like the summarization of what happened or exactly word for word what was said. That's when it's a useful tool if you missed an important meeting. So that's Fathom. Also, Otter's another example. The last one is Zapier. This one is probably the coolest and most powerful one out there, but there's not a lot of videos on it. So I just found a video here to kind of give you guys a rundown of what it does. Essentially, it pretty much is like an automator. It automates systems, so your flow. So I'm going to let them explain it a little bit. I'll add on to it.
straight into it. So Zapier is like a digital assistant that connects different apps and automates tasks for you. It's a no-code platform which has a digital assistant connects different apps and automates tasks for you. It's a no-code platform which has a catalog of softwares which you can make talk to other softwares that are in the Zapier catalog. The origin of the name, it comes from API, which is a technology that Zapier uses to connect apps together. API allows two apps to speak to each other and then perform specific actions that you set. So here's how it works. Firstly, Zapier connects an app you already use like Gmail, Slack, Trello, or Shopify, even if those apps don't normally work together. A Zap is a workflow that you create. It tells Zapier what to do automatically when something happens in one app. Think of it like a if this happens, then do that type of rule. So every Zap has a trigger. Trigger is the event that's
Okay, I don't want to get too specific, but as you can see, if you, let's say your workflow is you open up email, you see what's going on, you go to Excel, you take a note, and then you message your coworker, and then from there you go to your other app that you use for your job and do something in that app, and then whatever, that process of you doing that manually, Zapier can do a lot of tedious things automatically. Like it can go from Gmail to whatever app your company uses to Excel, then to the email to send the email to the person that, oh, I finished it. Right? Zapier can do a workflow like that, right? Or let's say you're a student and, you know, assignment is on the website for the college or whatever, then it opens up the textbook, then it grabs notes, and then, you know, it quizzes you on the notes, and then it does the homework for you. Well, not does the homework for you, but it opens up the homework for you to do now with the notes right next to it. So it just automates apps together that you would do yourself naturally, right? I'm trying to find the use cases. Yeah, let's check out use cases that people are using it for right now.
maybe. Okay, so that was a very simple example, but you can start to understand the power that it has at formatting something in a specific way, as well as filtering, coding, looping, or whatever it may be. Okay, so that was a very simple example, but you can start to understand the power that it has and how simple it is to create for your personal or your business operations. I would say it is generally more used for businesses, but you can use it for whatever you want. In personal life, it could be to automate flight check-in or email summarizer and zapping it to OpenAI, weather notifications via SMS, or to save email attachments to Dropbox or OneDrive for easy access. And popular use cases for businesses are usually to notify a Slack channel when a new customer places an order in Shopify, for example, to create tasks in Trello or Asana from new emails, or to automatically add new Facebook lead ads to a CRM like Salesforce or HubSpot. Zapier is popular because it handles tasks that people and businesses do all the time. It allows you to complete repetitive tasks that you otherwise would need to have an actual person to do, and naturally making it more efficient and doing it at a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, Zapier is known for saving people money. It's pretty much, if you're running a small business with not a lot of people, Zapier usually comes up as, you know, an assistant to someone doing something essentially. So it's more known for it in that sense. Yeah, I remember hearing about it a lot. For smaller companies, usually we'll talk about Zapier. Bigger companies don't normally use it because they have the budget to hire a bunch of people, right? And they have the budget to spend time for people to do tedious tasks repetitively all the time. But if you're trying to be more efficient and handle things that are tedious with a pattern, Zapier can handle it pretty well. But yeah, that's pretty much all 19 of the top AI apps, platforms, tools right now, models right now that's on the market. I didn't really show any text to image ones, but most of these, like five of them can do text to image. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek. There's another one that does images. Runway does images. So yeah, most of these guys can do text to image as well. But yes, so just keep this in mind. Yeah, but also this video is part of a whole series I've been teaching. Pretty much AI for beginners and for pros. So if you're trying to learn about AI in the more technical side, but let's say you just want to learn about AI and you don't want to code anything, cool, you can still watch the videos. But let's say you do want to learn how to code AI directly, like line by line, I'm doing that as well. Or like I said, if you just want to learn the gist of how it works under the hood, like really get nitty gritty with it, understand what's going on, it's not just a magical box. I'm teaching that in this series. Check out the rest of the videos. Video 1 and 2 in this series will give you a nice overview of what I'm teaching overall. And yeah, and definitely reach out to me if you want to learn anything about AI, questions about AI, or need anything with AI made, integrated, coded, whatever. I can design all that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll catch you guys. Tuning in is crazy. I appreciate you guys. Catch you later. Peace.